最后让我再问一个策略上的问题，因为我是商学院的老师嘛。然后其实我礼拜天参加一个就是奇想大学 Nicholas Ham Singularity University Nicholas Ham and I heard his speech just Monday and he said that our technology now 是呈指数成长 our technology grow in an exponential way means they're not linear way but exponential way so it's always jump very radically 就是我们现在科技是呈指数成长，所以它跳跃的非常非常的激进这样子。That means that you build a lot of you want to do something that disruptive innovation in the business model innovation like Go Station. The establishment of the Go Station is that it's a you know the business model innovation. But I want to ask but because he said 科技呈指数增长的结果，就是说，当你把这些你的 Go Station 都建制完成之前，可能有新的科技又立刻出来了，就绿能的科技，譬如说以太阳能来取代这种电池交换的可能性，这样子。You understand?
I understand.
So therefore, 因为现在的那个他强调的重点是说，因为所有的科技在指数成长的时候，一个科技刚出来，它要到一个就是成长到一个地步之前，很快它可能又被另外一个科技的商业模式所取代。那我不知道说你自己本身在评估说，当初用电池的方式交换电池的方式，在这个 moment 它其实是可能是 advanced， 但是因为科技现在成长的速度，有可能当你还没有把整个 business model 建制完成的时候，它又跳跃到另外一个真的是用 solar energy 用太阳能来驱动这些所有东西的模式，甚至我们以后可能不需要 Go Station 这种东西，太阳能是直接建置在所谓的 vehicle 上面。那我不知道说你怎么评估说这种可能性？这是。
So let me explain a little bit about why I say that we are not a scooter company. We're actually a smart city and smart grid company. 我跟你分享一下。这个 Go Station， 我们刚刚说这个换电站，这个换电站不是傻傻这样子做充电的。We don't do that. We actually, the first step we do when you put a battery in, was we evaluate in the history of the station. 每个礼拜2、3点钟有没有人换电池的？如果 probability 不高的时候，为什么要充电呢？等一下才充嘛 ，right? So based on current condition, previous condition, to predict what energy, how we actually take up energy. And if you don't know, battery happens to be the fastest generation and storage of energy, other than maybe a capacitor, a supercapacitor. But battery is a very, very effective way to turn on, off, on, off. 你发电站没可能，太阳能也没可能。There's not enough power in it to go up, down, up, down. Eventually, what we want to do is take that power and put it back to the grid. So when the entire grid has a very high demand on energy, we can give the energy back based on whether or not there's anybody using energy on battery. If 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, nobody ever used energy, then we can actually put that energy back into the grid. That's the basic step of what the Go Station does. It's a micro smart grid. It's not just a 充电站。你看到这个东西不是一个充电站，它是一个很大的电池。客户 customer 骑车的朋友可以去拿这个电池来放在他这车上，但这个电池也可以做别的东西在这里面。Now as technology trend and 你说太阳能会投胎一个 technology, to think that you are creating the solution forever is stupid. You are not. I'm not out to create the forever solution. Nothing is forever in the world. Nothing. 很多几百年前 可能有一个老伯伯每一天都爬山去抓这个冰块下来，因为人家发现，放个冰块在水里面很好喝，很舒服，所以他每一天去爬山 ，OK， 去抓这个冰块出下来，每一天背下来。然后呢，你不知道，我们可能有一些朋友在这个房间里面看过 ice machine， 在城市里面有一个很大的机器，它做冰块出来的。我小的时候你记得， 它做冰块出来的，吐冰块很大块冰块 ，ice machine，not like your refrigerator， 但是做冰块出来的。你要爬山，这个老贝贝说，干嘛要投资这么大的这个机器在这里？我每一天去爬山，我几个月我换一双鞋子就好了，很舒服，很容易。谁赢了 ？The ice machine guy. But the ice machine guy is not the 爬山这个人 ，not the same guy, not the guy that went up to the mountain and got ice. Then eventually, people invented the refrigerator. The guy that went to the Arctic Circle, lived there for a while, said, hey, it's amazing, frozen food can actually preserve food. So he invented the refrigerator and the freezer. And then people said, why would I pay so much money to put an ice box in my house when there's an ice machine right down the street? I just go every morning, go get ice. So who won? Convenience. The guy that actually put the refrigerator in your house won. Again, that guy is not the ice machine guy. He didn't make the ice machine. The ice machine guy was too busy making ice. Right? To think you are the final solution, you are not. But it's good enough to be the interim solution, because in the economy of industries, we go through what we call the S-curve economy. It started off when you very long time ago, 有马吗？马车，我中文不够好，就是有 horse carriage， 带你去一个地方，有2只马。但是如果你问这个消费者，嘿，好一点的 transportation tool 是什么？他说4只马、6只马才是好的。He never thought that it could be something else. Then he was doing it, and then at some point it became flat. The economy goes like this and becomes flat. The next guy starts and says, I invented a car, a carriage, that allows gasoline to move you from point A to point B. That guy in the very beginning was very painful, the industry. Didn't get any adoption. Eventually, he started lifting. But it's not the same guy that built the carriage that adopted 6 horses, 8 horses, right? He's the next guy. Next guy comes up. And to be honest with you, the reason why in Taiwan there used to be 1 million scooters sold per year, 100万多台摩托车一年，现在只有大概60万左右一年。Why? No innovation. Why buy something when something is identical to something you already have? So what we're seeing is a slowdown of that curve. That curve is now plateauing, it's slowing down. So now is a great opportunity for new technology to come in and take up that. But most of the time, the people that take up that is not the people that created the previous curve. So we call it the S-curve economy. It takes time to lift. But once you lift to a certain point, it lifts. People adopt it. I believe that electric transportation will happen. In our lifetime, it will happen. And it is better for the earth. So it should happen. 我刚刚过来的时候，我看到这个学校很多台这个机车，我们的机车，你要烧这个gasoline 的。Wouldn't it be amazing if this university actually banned fossil fuel? No, up the mountain and smelling. You have a beautiful lake here, beautiful water, beautiful trees, beautiful road. Why have to brrr? I don't get it. It smells, it's noisy, 很脏, right? Wouldn't it be amazing if the college campus would actually say, just electric vehicle only? Wouldn't our life be a lot smarter and cleaner? And not healthier, right? Why start off life in the college with a whole bunch of dirty stuff next to you, right? I believe that electrification of transportation will happen. And that curve is just starting. And Taiwan, if you don't know, and you should believe that Taiwan can be the leader in electric transportation. If you don't know, in Zhanghua, Taichung, Tainan, Kaohsiung, 南部的中南部，好多家是做摩托车跟汽车的 ，4-wheel and 2-wheel vehicle. Taiwan is one of the strongest in component making. 头灯、尾灯也是很 strong. Electrical component very strong. 避震器 very strong. 刹车 very strong. We have an opportunity to take all those industry and convert it to the next generation of transportation if we all focus on it. That will become a huge industry. Your smartphone, I'm sorry to say, smartphone in the next couple of years will become a commoditized product. You wouldn't care. 荧幕大一点，扁一点，便宜一点，快一点。Does it really excite the consumer? Maybe not as much. 你一辈子最快最大的电脑，你知道你会在哪里呢？ It will be in a vehicle. The analytics that a vehicle will do to do autonomous driving and safe driving will surpass any computers that you have in your house. It is true. It will happen. And who made better computers than anybody else? Taiwan. If we focus on it, we can make that industry a huge industry in Taiwan. Become the next big thing. That is the trend. You see Tesla, you hear about Porsche's, 保时捷的这个电动车 you hear about BMW i-Series, i8, i3, you heard about autonomous driving, you heard about all these things that enable a car to become smarter. It will happen. The question is, who's going to make it happen? 没错，有一天 the origination of energy will be different. I care about the storage of energy. And the distribution of it. 里面是什么材料 Maybe in the future is not 不是锂电池 Maybe in the future is something else. But we have to be open-minded. We have to work with a lot of people to understand what that potential is. We have to experiment and fail. We have to create the interim solution so we have a future for a future solution. 如果永远都说5年后有这个机会，等5年才做这个机会，你知道吗？这个5年一直在下一个5年，你知道吗？ It's do it now. Try it, and then it'll work. And if it doesn't work, we correct it. We make it happen. We be agile, be open-minded, work with others to make it work. 这个是我的想法。